I told you guys about the 7 elements of communication, also known as speech communication process. Here it is. I'm the greatest artist in the world, people. For communication to take place, whether it is public presentation or it's a conversation, all of these 7 elements must be present. And let's start with the box. You see the box? The box is called the situation, and it's also called setting. That tells you that is where the communication is taking place, because communication can never take place in a vacuum. And then you have the speaker who speaks, you have the receiver who receives the information. The speaker sends a message and the receiver sends a feedback. So we've identified the situation, the setting, also known as the situation, the speaker, the receiver, the message, and the feedback. And then we have this red highlight. When you see this red, that is the channel. That is the medium where the information travels through. That's why you have the radio channel, you have the frequency, and right now we're actually using a media too, and we're using the internet now to communicate. So that's the medium, that's the frequency. And more often than not, you will have a break in communication. You see my black dashes? That's the break in communication. When they say break in communication, let me call Elena, unmute yourself.
There, some information gets lost?
Absolutely. So let's say I'm teaching you guys right now, all of a sudden, our internet goes down, there's a break in communication. And when you're talking on the phone, there's a static, there's a break in communication. When your TV channel have a blackout, that's a break in communication. That is called interference. So the only thing that is not a positive thing in these 7 elements is the interference. But there's always interference. Even in public presentation, even when we're in a regular classroom setting or you're in an auditorium, somebody is doing a presentation and you cannot hear them. You cannot hear them because there's an interference. It could be that the person is not talking loud enough, so you're not hearing them. That's an interference. It could be that people are walking back and forth. These are all interference. These are all physical interference. It could be that there's a loud music playing. That's an interference. And then we also have what we call the emotional or psychological interference. That is when somebody is doing a presentation, you are busy thinking about, tomorrow is my birthday. What am I going to wear? Oh my God, I probably left my cat at home by herself. Those are also interference. So you have what we call a physical interference and a psychological or emotional or internal interference. These are the 7 elements of communication, also referred to as the speech communication process.